from crooners. Like Julius La Rosa. Yeah, a lot of those are the old ones. Still up there from crooners. Could replay Rod Stewart. Otherwise, I usually sometimes will play off the other mixer. Turn it. Oh, yeah. GJRB Online, home of your rank amateur, Gary Russin here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. And that is a good friend, formerly of the Carolinas, and now, I don't know where he's at now. Where are you at now? Michael J. Martin. And what are you waiting for? One of the first songs we ever played by him. Absolutely fabulous. Gary J. Russin with you on Spreaker across America on Gary J. in the Morning. From here all the way to the West Coast. Yeah, it's still morning, and I do this till it's afternoon. And sometimes we do long ones, so they do short. Last week we did it till 2 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time. But I think we're going to kind of make it short today. It's not going to be really, really all that long this afternoon because I got some things I want to do today. So I don't know how busy I'm going to be. You know how it is. But we do have a guy named Black Dragons Radio. Good morning. How are you doing? Black Dragons Radio, where are you from, actually? Yeah. Thank you so much for being on the show. And tell me about yourself. I love all kinds of stations. I listen to a lot, subscribe to a lot of stations on here. I'm doing wonderful. Texas. Oh, yes, Texas. And we'll take a look at your weather coming up here on GJRB Online, Gary J. in the Morning Show, wherever across America. And what I do is I broadcast this program to the Central, Eastern right now, just getting close to noon. Owner of my own radio station. Oh, yeah, well, so am I, but mine's kind of like Spreaker-oriented, but I do have a little FM signal that kind of goes a little around the property where I broadcast, and that's all you can hear. Once you pull out of here, we're gone. It's one of those. It's a short FM signal. But great to have you aboard, and I'll have to check out your radio station and what times you're on. I'd love to hear. I'll listen to you because I like to listen. I listen. This is a great community. Spreaker is. And we have great stations, and welcome aboard. Thank you so much. Got some stuff coming up. We do weather on the fives at 25 and 55 minutes past the hour. Do a little bit of weather from different parts of the country. And what part of Texas are you from? And I'll do your weather. Okay, we're up here in the Quad Cities, which is... well, it's Clinton, Iowa, but we're like about 41 miles due north of Davenport. And we're like in the Quad Cities area. Oh, LaPorte, okay? We're just like about, we're part of what is known as the Quad Cities. and it's upper Midwest. We're about several hundred miles from Chicago, west. So Chicago's like maybe it takes if you go in a car, it takes about 4 hours, and you're in Chicago, kind of thing. So basically, that's what that is, and I love it here. And I got a lot of good music. I've been. I got to tell you something. Black Dragon Radio. I actually had 2 courses in broadcasting, and what happened was I had 2 diplomas. I had an AA degree in broadcasting from a community college in Moline, Illinois. So I have those 2 worked for me, but what happened was my wife got sick. She has diabetes. So what happened was I can't work. I can't really get paid for anything. So this is my non-profit show. Let's just put it that way, non-profit. I don't really get anything out of it other than just enjoy doing radio, and that's pretty much it. Just that. And it just, I've always wanted to do this since I was a kid. I play emerging artist with a mixture of a little bit of oldies. Right, I understand that. I play a little mixture of oldies, jazz, country, big band from the 1940s. I do different things on this radio station. I have a program where I play old-time radio. I have a program where I play jazz, big band, classic country, and all kinds of stuff. So I play everything. I'm not really a one-formatted station with an accent pretty much on Christian. Because I put Jesus Christ on top of everything, which is just as important. He said, so have I. I wanted to be on radio DJ since that TV show years ago, WKRP. That was what, and that is what got me interested. Yeah, WKRP, my favorite TV show. As a matter of fact, every night on MeTV, it's on at 8:30. Well, I don't know what time it is for you, but it's on at 8:30 if you have a MeTV station in your area that carries MeTV. They got it on every night around 8:30 Central Time. And I always watch WKRP just about every night in reruns. And did you realize that there was a reboot of WKRP around 1990 that didn't last very long? It stayed on the air, let's see, I think it went off the air. It was only on for maybe like 3 years. I have a free over-the-air TV, what does it say? Okay. I get all those free over-the-air TV shows. Yep. WKRP in Cincinnati is my favorite rerun. And there's another movie that you never see anymore, and the reason for that is because of copyright. And that's the movie FM, which is, again, set in the radio station. My interest came actually from, I'm from Pittsburgh. I grew up in the Pittsburgh area. Grew up in western Pennsylvania, a town just outside there. We had a hometown radio station called WMBA. It was an AM station, 1460 on the dial. It was a mutual affiliate. Almost got a job there. Just never amounted to that much. But I wanted to work at that station so bad since I was like about a teenager. And then what happened was, again, just family, just no support, but I just kept on pushing it. We had a station in Pittsburgh, KQV. It was the top 40 giant at that time, and they had windows along Smithfield Street in downtown Pittsburgh. And I used to go in there, and when they had a DJ in the window that would broadcast, you could see the DJ in the window broadcasting. It was a ABC O&O for a long, long time. And that's where I got a lot of my stuff and all my ideas. And I just imitate. Now, I got an oldies weekend coming up. And I imitate, when I do my oldies show, and I don't know how old you are, but I go back to the days of personality radio. AM, where the DJs jingle and they talk and they just have fun, and it's just personality radio. You know, back in the day when the DJs played what they wanted on the air, they didn't have a tight playlist like they do now. So nice to meet you this morning. My time is 11:02 a.m. now. Yeah, that's what it is here, too. It's 11:03 Central Daylight Time. And I'm on the Central Time Zone, and so are we. We are in Clinton, Iowa. And that is in the Central Time Zone. So we're in your time zone. Yeah, you're 40. I wish I was there. I missed 40. I'm 58. Just, about maybe, let's say maybe 18 some odd years older than you are, something like that. Anyway, I'm just kind of, freestyling it. I follow a format. I even have, believe it or not, check this out. If you want to get this is called Broadcast Clock Creator. It's a program on the computer, and what it is it creates a format wheel. And I have a large playlist on the computer, and I rotate my songs around in heavy, light, and moderate rotations. And I play a lot of new emerging artists. You heard a few of them maybe when you started listening. I don't know what time you started listening. And I'm on the 45-minute plan. But I flip over like maybe every 45 minutes. But what I do every once in a while is you hear me go off and it's quiet for a while. What I'm doing is running my own local spots on my 9-foot signal. And I just disconnect off the internet for like maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes. No. I start for like maybe 10, 15, about 5 minutes. 5 minutes offline. And that kind of lets me go over a little bit. It gives me more time. I don't have to flip as much. But I'm going to be going to the 3-hour plan here real soon. So I'll be able to broadcast longer without having to do that. So I flip boards and I do that so I could talk broadcast just a little longer. And that's only to get audience, which that's what I'm doing. And so I post reluctantly. But I do take phone calls. I even have a talk show called the Gary Russin Program. And I have a Skype line and I take phone calls. And I even do requests. Where people will call me, and I haven't got any calls hardly. But thank you so much for being on board. I'm going to be flipping in and play some more songs, and would have done some news, but I don't have news ready, so I'm just kind of flipping around and playing some tunes. I take news from other sources sometimes. I have an Alexa, but it's in the living room. But I'm planning on bringing another one in here, and I use that for news. And what I'll do is, I use the news from there and play it on the air again. Yeah, I know it's not a good idea, but I do it anyway. Because how many people really listen to my station? And quite frankly, I think when there's stuff online and there's music online, it's public. I think it just becomes public domain. If it's online and the songs are online, they're fair game. That's just how I see it. You're welcome, and I'm glad to hear the music. Thank you so much, Black Dragon Radio. Let me know, and I'll listen to your show too. And tell me what time you come on. Let me know, and I will drop in, and you're welcome to follow me. Exactly. And by the way, Black Dragon, check this out. Yeah, that's my jingle. I took that from some old radio station jingles. Had to find a set of call letters with a G, a J, an R, and a B in it. And then I have a Audacity program, editing. And I just did a little bit of tweaking around there, and I played around with it, and I got that jingle. So I thought it was kind of cool. I'm on during the night hours from 7 to 8 p.m. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. Is that every night or just maybe certain nights of the week? I'm on... It depends. My main time, now I do a lot of show prep because I have some other shows I do. I do a nostalgia program where I do trivia. I got a show called Way Out There every night. Okay, good. I do a show called Way Out There, which is kind of like George Norrie, Coast to Coast. I talk about aliens. I talk about time travel, time slips, weird things that happen to people. I talk about end-time prophecies. I'm a Christian, like I said before. I kind of delve into the Bible, and I talk about things like that. Soon I'm doing something you don't get anymore. And I'm in old radio shows. I'm doing old radio program shows too soon. That everyone can hear and enjoy. Yep. Like the Shadow series. Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, I love The Shadow. There's another show that you got to check out. It is called Boston Blackie. Absolutely fabulous series. Do you have TuneIn or any of the stuff? Do you ever listen to Saturday night and Sunday night on WGN in Chicago? A guy named Carl Amari. Now, this guy is a aficionado on old-time radio. This guy knows his stuff. I'm serious. He knows his stuff. He does a show from 11 p.m. into 2 a.m. Central Daylight Time called WGN Radio Theater. I've got iHeartRadio. It's on iHeart. Actually, you get it on iHeart. WGN out of Chicago. They do a show called WGN Radio Theater. I think there's another station here in Iowa that's out of Waterloo. That's KXEL. And they do, I think, old-time radio for like I don't know how many hours. But I have a show called Radioland. And what that show's about, actually, it makes you feel like you went back in time and listening to the radio. I play the old radio shows and the old commercials. I'll check that one out. I play the old radio shows and the old commercials. And I make it sound like you tuned in the past. I have old station identifications. I got old NBC chimes. I got the whole works. I mean, I play all these old programs. And I do a lot of trivia on my trivia show. And I do a show called Radio, Television, and Movie Classics. And I play clips of old television, opening of old shows with the original sponsors. And I have a segment called Retro Primetime, where I go back to a certain year and a certain day and bring you the primetime lineup from that night in order, the way it used to air, and the original openings and stuff like that. So yeah, check that show. It's called Radio, Television, and Movie Classics. I do trivia. I don't give away anything because I don't have a prize closet. I wish I did, but I don't. But I got a bunch of TVs I'm trying to give away, but I mean because they're old. They're in old sets. They're like from 1990, I swear. And I'm trying to get rid of them because it's just not enough room for them around anymore. I'm trying to get rid of them, but I don't have a prize closet, but I do trivia, and it's fun. I enjoy it. I absolutely enjoy it. Tell you what we're going to do right now. I'm going to play some tunes because I really want to get another cup of coffee. So I will catch you. Stay tuned because I've got some really good tunes coming up. New emerging artist. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because this is freestyle. Thank you so much for the participation. Love hearing from new people right here on Spreaker. I do. I love it. And thank you ever so much for being a part of our program today here on GJRB. Tell you what we're going to do right now. Why don't we get back into the tunes? And I'm going to pull out another new emerging artist that we have. And I don't know. Let me see if I check my add-ons list. Let me see what I got in my add-ons list. I got a new one. I got a couple of new ones. Christian group, too, that I play here quite a bit. And they are called Apologetics. Now, this song will sound like The Who, but it's not The Who. It's a group called Apologetics, and they took a lot of popular rock and roll songs and turned them over into Christian lyrics. This one is called Won't Get Born Again. Apologetics on GJRB. And amen to that. Oh, yeah. To get rocky with some great Christian rock, you know it. GJRB Online on Spreaker, you know what I mean, you know. Yeah, we get a little bit of country in there now. Why don't we do some country music? Yeah, we got some coming up a little later on. Got some music from George Strait on the way. Got some classic country. This group calls themselves the Hamingos. This is Honky Tonk Boogie. Yeah. I wonder why I'm getting static. Okay, I'm going to have to check this out. Okay, well, I might have to go into the... I'm going to flip on over. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this segment, and I'm going to flip back over to the other board and see if that will do a little better. I might just do something here and find out why it's not working. I'm going to end this, and I will be right back. Hang on a second. Just hang on. I'm going to flip over to the studio console. Hang on. Okay, hang on here. Okay, where's that DJ console at? Okay, here we go. I'm going to end it.